Hey guys, welcome to another video of mine. It's O.Dembele, and this is another Chelsea transfer news video for you guys. We'll discuss four main stories in this video. The first one regarding Barkley and his potential move to Newcastle in the summer, of course, with the Saudi takeover at Newcastle going to be happening imminently. We'll be discussing the articles, the publications, and of course give my thoughts, opinions, and do I think that we should sell Barkley? We'll be getting into all the details regarding that. Could be speaking about Kai Havertz, the German superstar from the Bundesliga, and we know that Bundesliga has restarted, it's up and running, so it could be interesting. And we're discussing, could we potentially be seeing Kai Havertz in a Chelsea shirt next season? And we're also going to be discussing of Tagliafico from Ajax, another potential left back target alongside Alex Telles. We know that Alex Telles has been heavily linked with Chelsea, but the new rumours are surfing that Tagliafico is a new potential player that we could be targeting and on the shortlist. And finally, Ousmane Dembele from Barcelona, the new fresh surfaced links that has come in the last 24 to 48 hours. We're discussing all those reports. But if you do enjoy this video, do smash like button, subscribe to the channel. If you're not on here, make sure you have notification for every time I upload, and let's get straight into it. Now, starting off with Ousmane Dembele. Now, it came out this morning that according to the Daily Mail, Barcelona have made Chelsea linked Ousmane Dembele available for a loan move this summer. Now, we haven't been linked to Ousmane Dembele in the past. I spoke about it a year ago. Now, we know Ousmane Dembele is a very talented youngster. He's still very young, only 21 years of age. He still has an incredibly bright future. He's got bags of technical ability, a lot of potential, and is termed as generational. Now, why hasn't it worked out at Barcelona? We'll be getting into details regarding that, but with the reports, Daily Mail reporting that Chelsea have been linked with Ousmane Dembele and he's on the shortlist. Now, when I discussed it with various people and my source as well, he stated that there are some legs to the story. He is not the first choice, and there are many reasons for that I'll be discussing, but there are some legs to it, and he is on the shortlist. And we know that Chelsea desperate need for a top class winger, and Ousmane Dembele does fit the profile when it comes out in terms of ability, what he can bring to the team, what he can provide, etc. Now, the issues that we have, of course, notably number one is the injury record. Now, it's as if that this man needs a new hamstring, whether it's his left foot, his right knee or left knee. Both of them, he's had hamstring injuries in both feet, both legs. He's had hamstring injuries in both of them, and it's been a recurring issue. He keeps reigniting it. If you look at his injury history for Barcelona, he hasn't had that consistent game time due to injury. He's had all the talent in the real world. He's got generational potential. However, when it comes to actual injuries, he keeps picking up these recurring hamstring injuries, and it is something that we have to note, something that we have to understand. And this season, we've induced a lot of injuries, and bringing Ousmane Dembele, you're going to have top physios, top doctors looking after, make sure that he's got the correct diet, making sure that he's doing the correct exercises, and he needs to build his career up. In my personal opinion, for Ousmane Dembele to reach his potential, he needs to leave Barcelona. Whether he comes to Chelsea or not is completely irrelevant, but for him as a personal player perspective, he needs to leave Barcelona. And it's not because he's not good enough to play for Barcelona, nothing to do with that. I think that he's got the potential and the ability to be good enough to play for Barcelona, but it's the case of injuries. He needs a fresh start. We saw what he did at Borussia Dortmund. He was fantastic. He was absolutely magnificent. He was a world-class player. And what he did, his goals, assists, his technical ability, what he can do with both feet, an ice-cold gunman, as we shall say. He's so technically gifted, the way he operates, his agility, his pace, acceleration, his finishing, it's top-notch. But the issue is his injuries, and he has had some attitude problems as well. And the fact that he's weak and lightweight could be a potential problem in the Premier League, as we know the Premier League is a physical league, but we have seen a lot of technical, relatively lightweight ballers in the Premier League. Notably, Ziyech is joining. He's relatively lightweight. Hazard, when he first joined, was lightweight as well. So there are some examples where he can thrive, and if he's got the technical ability, he can definitely thrive at Chelsea. And for me, it's the question of whether you want to take this gamble. Now, I want to ask you guys as well, would you take the gamble of taking Ousmane Dembele on a potential loan move? Now, the reports are saying that it would be a loan move, so it wouldn't be an outright permanent option. It would be a loan move with hopefully a potential option to buy if he performs well. Personally, I would take the gamble. He wouldn't be my first choice, of course. I would want us to go for a Sancho or a Kai Havertz, which I'll be discussing in this video. But I would not be against Ousmane Dembele, and I think it'd be a fantastic addition to this squad for a loan move. Leave me your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below. Would you take Ousmane Dembele at Chelsea? If not, again, is it due to injuries or is it another specific reason? Leave me your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below. Now, getting to the second part of the video is Barkley. Now, it came out from the Telegraph written by, as per Matt Law, who has close contacts with Chelsea and of course is a reliable journalist. Now, he's basically stating, of course, with the Newcastle takeover, it hasn't been completed as of yet, but it's looking very, very likely as the days go by that the Saudi takeover will be completed. The Premier League have granted Saudis to essentially outright purchase Newcastle, and they want Rafael Benitez potentially coming back to Newcastle. Now they have money to spend, they have money to blow, and that they have now got ambition that matches Rafael Benitez's needs. And we know that Benitez is very, very well at his tenure at Newcastle. Now, what Matt Law is stating is that Rafael Benitez wants to return to Newcastle United and is keen on Ross Barkley. Now, as you read the article, Ross Barkley and John Stones are two players that Rafael Benitez is very keen to bring to Newcastle to start this mega rebuild to basically push Newcastle back to glory days. Now, regarding Ross Barkley, we know that it hasn't quite worked out for him. Now, he's had some fantastic games for Chelsea, and most notably the last two games before lockdown against Liverpool and Everton, he was magnificent in both of them. Now, he thrives when there's space in that final third, and he's shown time and time again that he has the ability and potential, but a lot of the times it's just inconsistencies, and I don't think that Chelsea is the right team to suit him. I think that, you know, he has got the ability, he's shown it in some games, he's shown the glimpses, and he has had some very, very nice games, but he's never had that consistency in his game. We've seen in the last 3 seasons now, and I think that his time at Chelsea is coming to an end, and I think that we should be cashing in on Ross Barkley. Now, what the article is saying, that it is rumoured that, you know, his, you know, valuation is between £35 million and £40 million, and for me, I think that this is, you know, valid. Now, a lot of you may be thinking that's a lot of money, but let's remember that he is an England international, and we know that English players are inflated when it comes to valuation. We know that Newcastle have money to spend, so there's not an issue there, and FFP is relaxed, financial fair play rules. We know that he's a 25, 26-year-old established English midfielder who's Premier League proven and scored various goals, and of course would upgrade Newcastle's team at this moment in time. So 35 to £40 million isn't, you know, stretching it. It is quite valid in my personal opinion, and I think that Ross Barkley, it is time for him to move on. But I want to hear what you guys think. Do you think that Ross Barkley should be moving on, or do you think that he needs time to essentially prove himself more and that he has got the potential? Leave me your thoughts in the comments below. But next player I do want to speak about is Kai Havertz. Now, Kai Havertz had an interview just a couple of days ago after his brace when the Bundesliga returned. Fantastic brace that he scored, and we know that he is a German superstar coming out of Germany, and he had an interview. Now, what he basically said was, he, in quotes, said this: "I'd not like to say, of course, that there is a lot of speculation." He said, "I'm concentrating on this season, and we will see what happens afterwards." He said, "I am very grateful to Leverkusen. I don't want to mess it up in any way, shape or form." Now, we know that Kai Havertz links are gathering momentum. Now, there's been various reports. Raphael Honigstein, who is a German journalist, very reliable, stated that Chelsea have shown interest in him. Now, has this changed with the Ziyech signing? I'm not too sure, but Kai Havertz is a statement signing. He is a statement signing, and of course, he's a superstar signing that would, you know, get to shirt sales. It would boost the morale of the Chelsea fans, and we need to get a marquee signing for our new sponsorships, and we haven't splashed the cash in a while to really boost our team and help Frank Lampard. Now, it would be either Sancho or Kai Havertz, and that is a video I'll be making tomorrow. A big video. I'll be comparing both of them, what I think will be best for Chelsea. But regarding Kai Havertz, there is no doubt that he would be a marquee signing if we did sign him. Now, he is attracting interest from a numerous amount of top elite clubs around Europe, and Chelsea is one of them. Now, I want you guys to comment down below. Do you think Kai Havertz is needed? Do you think they'd be a top signing? Now, he is a German generational talent, a superstar coming out of Germany that is very versatile, can play not only in the number 8 position, but can play number 10 position, can play on the right wing, the left wing, and of course in that centre forward position. He is very, very versatile, and of course he's got bags of technical ability. He's strong, he's physical, powerful, great shooting ability, great passing range, and ultimately a top player with insane amounts of potential. A German superstar that would have a valuation of between £90 million and £100 million. So like I said, I want you guys to essentially leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Do you think that Kai Havertz is the player that we need to sign over Sancho? Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. But the final player that I do want to speak out is Tagliafico from Ajax. Now, it comes out from Mundo Deportivo, a Spanish publication, saying Ajax have set a €25 million asking price on the left back Nicolas Tagliafico, who's on the shortlist of Chelsea, Barcelona and Atletico Madrid. Now we know that Alex Telles is the first choice and the one that we have been negotiating for some time, but Tagliafico, the 27-year-old Argentinian, of course we've seen him this season in the Champions League, well-rounded left back, strong, physical, defensively very good engine on him as well, fantastic stamina, would suit the Premier League very well. Would you take Tagliafico Chelsea? Would it be your first choice left back? We know that he's on the shortlist. Leave me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. But if you did enjoy this video, smash the like button, subscribe to my channel if you are not here, and hit the bell notification button for every time I do upload. And I'll see you guys for my next video. Peace.